Our church is looking to update the Christmas decorations in our sanctuary this year. One of the ladies saw this Nativity silhouette at a local craft store, but it was way too small for what we needed. She asked me if I could make a larger version of it. All I have is this picture to go by, but I know how big the finished Nativity needs to be, so I was able to reverse engineer it and find a scale that would work so that I could figure out what size each of the pieces were. So let's get started building it. We're using number 2 common spruce board on this project because it's going to be kind of rustic and we're going to faux paint it anyway. Here we're just ripping some of our components down to width. There's a curved board that sits in front of Joseph and Mary. To make that curve, I've just taken a dowel rod and I'm clamping it on either end, and as I push up the center, it makes a perfectly symmetrical curve that I can trace. Now we've just taken it over to the bandsaw and we're going to cut it out. I figured out the pitch of the roof and I'm cutting both pieces at once. And here they fit together. But I noticed in the original Nativity, the roof board's kind of tapered. So here I'm drawing those tapered lines, and now we're going to take it over to the table saw and we're going to cut it out freehand. There's no way you can guide this along the fence because it's tapered. And I don't have a tapering jig, so this will do just fine. It's time to attach our curved board we cut a minute ago. I'm pre-drilling for it and then flipping it over and counter-boring it on the bottom so that the screws will sink up inside. Now with a little glue and some clamps, we can hold it in place temporarily. Now we'll flip it over and we'll screw it down through those holes we drilled. To attach our roof pieces together at the peak, we're going to use pocket screws. Here I'm drilling the holes with my pocket screw jig. First we're going to add a little bit of glue. And then to hold it together while we screw it, we're going to use our face frame clamp. It's time to attach the sides to our manger. I'm going to use a little glue and some brad nails. And then to attach the manger to our curved piece, we're going to use the same method. A little glue at first, and then a couple brads. But to make this stronger, we're also going to put a few screws in it. Using the picture as reference, I'm sketching out baby Jesus. Now I'm sketching out Mary and Joseph. There's Mary, and there's Joseph. And now we take them over to the bandsaw to cut them out. To attach them, we'll use the same method as we did to attach the manger. First a little glue, and then brads. And And now we're going to come back and put some screws in them. The star consists of 3 different pieces: the centerpiece and 2 side wings. I'm having to draw this out based on measurements I've taken from the picture. Now we're going to cut it out on the bandsaw. To attach the star pieces, I'm going to once again glue them and put a couple of brads in them. You can see the centerpiece, and now this is a side piece. And now the other side piece. And there you have a finished star. We're going to glue and brad nail some spacer blocks on the back of our roof boards. This will give us a place to attach our diagonal roof supports, which we're doing right here. That completes the building of our project. Now it's time to paint it. I've chosen a white latex semi-gloss for the base coat. To finish off the rustic effect, I'm going to use this gray paint. I'm doing a dry brush technique where I get most of the paint off the brush and then drag the brush across. I'm going both left to right and up and down. This leaves kind of a crosshatch pattern, and it kind of looks like barnwood, which is the effect we were going for. Well, here's the finished product. I think it turned out pretty good. And here it is in the church. Well, I think it makes a good addition to the new Christmas decorations, and I'm sure they'll get many years of use out of it. Well, I appreciate you watching this video, and I wish you and your family a joyous Advent season. And as always, thanks for watching.